It's Graydon with Forever Booked, and in this case study video made exclusively for medical spas, I'm going to show you how to send emails that people actually read and even look forward to reading. Now, you may be saying, isn't email dead? Like, email is long gone, open rates are so low, people barely even read them. No, it's not the case. In fact, I have 4,700 people in my email list, and I have an open rate of about 42%. So every time I send an email, about 40% of those people are reading them, which is about double the industry average. So every time I send an email, I have about 2,000 people reading what I send out. And just to give you some context, I run a marketing agency for medical spas. So these are B2B emails. I'm sending out emails to medical spa owners. And in fact, the reason you're watching this video is probably because you're on my email list and you saw that email and you clicked the link. And it makes money too. Since January 1st, 2022, this is just from my CRM. The source of these calls, it's LTN, stands for long-term nurture. And so those are the emails that I send out on a weekly basis. Since the start of the year, I had 49 book calls, and those calls have resulted in 60,000 of upfront revenue, not even counting the lifetime value of the new clients, the new medical spa clients that I've acquired from my email list. So email is definitely not dead. It's an incredible way to reach your customers, whether you're a medical spa owner, reaching your clients in the B2C setting, or if you're reaching medical spa owners like me. You just have to do it right. And the way I'm getting all these book calls is I'm sending out emails that look exactly like this. Wrong. I never read these emails. Who reads these emails? I don't know if you read these emails, but I do not read emails like this. Maybe it's just the type of person I am, but I'm going to make the case in this video that if you're a local business owner or if you're a medical spa owner, you should avoid these types of, pretty looking emails that just have all these images. It's not the best way to make a deep connection with your audience. In fact, my emails are ugly AF, as the kids would say these days. Look at these things. It's pure text based. I'm just talking to someone like I'm sending an email to a good friend. And that's the exact reason why these emails work so well. Now, here's why you should follow me blindly and do exactly what I say. Rather, I'm honestly just going to make a case for why email marketing this way has worked for me and why you should consider writing text-based ugly emails for your clinic. So most medical spa owners, they tend to be visual in nature. And so as a result, they're going to send out pretty emails that no one reads. I'm sorry to say this, but no one's reading your emails. Therefore, as a medical spa owner, you have a huge opportunity to stand out from the crowd by sending ugly text-based emails. And I put ugly in quotations because they don't have to be ugly. You can still have like nice looking fonts and everything. My emails tend to be more ugly than the rest, but the idea is that you don't need to, the way the emails look isn't what's going to make them effective. It's the content of what you're writing. And text-based emails, they're much easier to write, especially on a consistent basis, because you don't have to worry about the design. You just write the emails. And you're going to develop a much deeper connection with people writing text-based emails because they're going to be reading these on a regular basis instead of just seeing some fancy graphics and some deals that you're sending out through email. And finally, which is the most compelling reason to consider doing this, is that it's going to hone your copywriting skills, which is an incredible skill to have as an entrepreneur. I've been copywriting for about 6 years now, whether it's sending out emails or writing ads or doing any sort of copy. And it not only helps you write better and communicate better, it helps you think better. It turns you into a better thinker. There's something about translating your ideas and making your ideas turn into concise sentences. It just makes you a better thinker and a much better communicator, which is going to help you communicate with your team, with your friends, with your loved ones. It's just going to permeate into all areas of your life. So having this regular writing practice, this is a perfect excuse to sit down, write every day, and grow your business as a result. And I almost forgot. I'm actually recording this part of the video 2 days later because I was about to release this video on YouTube but could not put it out there in the public until I first went over the actual most important reason to be sending out emails and to be doing them well. And the reason is that unlike Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, you own your email list. This is huge because all big tech has to do is change their algorithm. It just takes one person to decide we're going to change this algorithm and poof, your audience is gone. That's all that has to happen. And it's happened before. When Facebook was new, it was super easy to get organic reach. Now it's very hard and you have to advertise. And so if you just rely on these platforms as your main source of your audience, you're at a very precarious position. On the flip side, you own your email list. It's just a big list of people that you have permission to send communications to, and no one can mess with that. And so email is the safest and most robust home base for your communications. So make sure your emails don't suck. You should invest the time of writing great emails because it's the best place for you to develop that voice with your audience, build up your audience on a platform that cannot be taken away from you, and use that to funnel into other platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. All right, so let's go back to the regular presentation. So here's my process for writing emails that don't suck. The first thing I do is I write down ideas as they come. So I just use the notes folder or the notes app in my phone or my computer, and I have a Google Doc. It's called the content ideas sheet. And whenever I have content or whenever I have ideas that I think, oh, this would be a good email to send out, I just write it down. Sometimes it's just I have a call with one of my clients and I'm frustrated with some negative belief they have or something that they're not doing right with their marketing, and I want to, convince them otherwise. I will turn that into an email. Sometimes it's just something I need to vent and get out. And so I'll write that in my content idea sheet, and then I'll send it out as an email. And you can write about anything. Here's a full list. I'm not going to read it. You can actually just take a screenshot of this list, but here are all the things that you can use to write out emails to your database. Step 2 is to write a little bit every day. This is a picture of me in the morning in my writing attire, extremely casual, which actually matches my writing style, which is very casual, like I'm writing to a friend. So you want to have the practice of just writing a little bit every day. Even if it's just 15 minutes, just form a little ritual where you sit down at the start of the morning, write something down for 15 minutes. And what I'll do is, it used to take me about a week to form a good email, but now it takes me about 2 to 3 days. So I'll write down a rough copy in the morning, and then the next day I'll hone it a bit more. And then since I have 3 sleeps, every time you sleep, it kind of makes your ideas a bit more concise. So it takes me about 3 days for me to form an email that makes sense and I can send out. Step 3 is to edit using Hemingway. So Hemingway is an incredible writing tool that forces you to make your writing extremely concise. It will actually tell you the grade level at which your writing reads. And when you're writing emails or doing any sort of copywriting, you want it to read at the lowest grade level possible. I try to get my writing down to a grade 2 reading level, which means it's extremely concise, direct, and to the point. And the funny thing is, it takes the most work and I feel intelligence to get your writing down into a simple form. It reminds me of this quote. I don't know who said it, but someone said that a true mark of mastery is being to explain something in layman's terms, simple terms. If you have to explain something to someone and it takes forever, it means you haven't mastered that topic. So Hemingway will give you that feedback to pare down your writing and force you to turn it into its most elegant form so it's easy to read and consume. Step 4 is to send an email once per week. So this is my sending schedule. I send one of these emails once a week. Doesn't matter which email software you use. They're all pretty much the same. They just send out emails. Especially for these types of emails, you just need something that sends out text to a mass amount of people. So don't fuss over that. Out of all these ones, my personal favorite is probably MailChimp if you want to decide on one of them. And in terms of subject lines, you want to use super neutral subject lines. Something like, great and check this out. Weird idea. You serious? The worst. Not sure why I did this. These subject lines will get you very high open rates because it doesn't sound corporate. It doesn't sound like a business is sending it to you. It sounds like a friend is just sending you this email. Hey, great and check this out. That's the type of subject lines that I use. It's my personal style, and it's out of all the things I've used, it's worked the best. And if you really want to stand out from your competitors and reach your readers on a personal level, these are the subject lines you want to use. That's it. If this was helpful, here's what you can do next. So I own an agency. We help medical spas attract more clients, close more packages. If you go to go.foreverbook.com/case study, you can join my email list, wink, wink, and you'll also get an extra bonus. Right now, the extra bonus is a tool that helps you build out promotional offers in your clinic, but I'm always changing this up. So if you see this a year from now, it's 2023, it may be something else. That's why I call it a surprise. So if you found that helpful, go to the page, fill out your information, get on the email list, and get your bonuses. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.